Hey, Danelle.
Hey Greg, how are you?
I'm doing good.
So I had a really stressful interaction with a teacher that I was studying under for shamanism,
Hmm.
and I kind of suspected he fell into the Uncle Bob category.
Yeah, it
But this
happens.
recent interaction with him really kind of accentuated that. So
There's
it
Uncle
was really
Bob, and then
jarring.
there's Uncle Effing Bob.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, he was every Bob except for one. So,
Right.
I just can't seem to let it go mentally, and it's causing me to not be able to sleep at night. I keep just going over and over. Any anything you can recommend would be helpful. I have
So,
done the Uncle Bob stuff though.
okay, so the Uncle Bob stuff should be helpful, but like kind of what you're describing is trauma. You
Yeah,
know,
that's what I figured.
yeah.
Yeah, it
And
was
so
triggering.
yeah, it's triggering, it's upsetting, it hurts our feelings, we have all this time and energy invested in a situation, and then
Yes.
it's not the way that we thought it was. I mean, I've been right where you've been at.
Yeah. Yeah, and
And
it
so,
sucks.
do you have helichrysum?
Yes.
Do helichrysum and like think of the situation or the person and
Oh,
then go back and feel it in the body and go back and forth. Uh,
okay.
and then still using the helichrysm, I would do I would do that pattern of the soles of the feet, the Ming Men, which is the low back,
Yeah.
the back heart, and the crown. And that has a transmuting effect to the situation that was going on. But like any time where you have that repetition going on and you're like, oh, I'm reliving this over and over again, that's trauma. I mean, that's,
Yes.
you, you know, so that will diminish the energy of trauma. Like if it was strong enough to where a thought form was formed because of it, and the helichrysum doesn't feel like it's completely resolving it. Um, the universal healer, like if you've had that in one of the classes, because I think it's already been in a couple of classes, or just poplar by itself, including just
Okay.
spray, you know,
Yeah, I have poplar.
right. So just inhale that, do the same thing. The poplar will
Okay.
break down the thought form, the
Okay.
the traumatic thought form. The helichrysum will diminish the trauma of the situation, the energy, the thought energy, all that kind of stuff. So I would start with helichrysum, and then if it still doesn't quite resolve, then do the poplar. And if you wanted to throw in like a auric program, do the limbic system, which is with Splendor. Just the Splendor sometimes will help because it's kind of tied to like PTSD, and I don't know that I'd call this PTSD, but part of PTSD is traumatic stress. You know what I mean? So
Sure.
it helps with like the trauma of the situation. It basically is helping the limbic responses calm down. Like when we get traumatized, our limbic system starts to go 90 miles an hour. And so
Yeah.
it's just a way to like calm all that down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, think
But even with you
think
talking about it, like you don't seem, I know it's probably triggering at times, but you're not constantly in that triggered state. Like you're talking really normal, you're talking at a
yeah.
normal rate, your
Yeah.
voice not elevated, you're not talking really fast.
Yes. It's
So,
gotten better little by little because this
yeah.
this incident happened about a week ago. So,
Yeah.
um,
So whatever you're doing is working. Just
yeah.
like add the helichrysum, add the poplar,
Okay.
and like things like tarragon will take down the shock of a situation, but some
Yeah, and I did do that. And that did
like
help too.
the benzoin sometimes will help put will help put space.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. And so sometimes it's, even that space is like you're still seeing the situation, but you're withdrawn enough to where you're almost like an observer rather being like entangled in it. You know
Yes.
what I mean?
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And sorry that happened. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
happened.
It's
But
yeah. It sucked, but I feel like it happened for a reason. It's kind of put me now in
yeah,
a different direction. So
sometimes people just take themselves a little too serious.
yeah, definitely. I think that was a part of it. And yeah, the
Yeah.
Uncle Bob stuff really helped a lot.
Yeah. I mean, it happens. It happens in every kind of circle, not just spiritual or healing circles. It just,
It does. True.
you know, it's like any time that somebody has like some sort of authority or perceived authority, they have to like work really hard to keep that in perspective. You know what I mean? And not everybody even knows that. And so, yeah, whatever you learned in that situation, try to take that away the best that you can. And the other part, just personality and, walk away however you can.
Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah, I just keep telling myself, take what you need and leave the rest.
Yeah. 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 I mean, I had some, especially in my youth, I had some people that I got some very good training with. And I think the clinical name was they were dicks. Like they were just dicks. But I still learned some things from them. And I think the challenge for me at the time was not to let their personality take away from my learning it. Because for me, I don't know about for you, but for me, I was ready to throw the baby out with the bathwater. Like, I don't want anything to do with any of this stuff.
Yeah.
And the time and energy is valid. You did learn some things. Their
Yes.
personality got in the way, and you know, you let the bathwater out, you keep the baby.
Yeah,
And I
definitely.
had
And
to
there's a lot of valuable
constantly, yeah,
information I did learn. So
I had to constantly remind myself for a while. Con-
yeah, yes.
yeah. And
Yeah.
so,
Yeah, I've kind of had to do the same thing. And
yeah, I think that's pretty normal.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
just jarring when
Yeah.
when it's a spiritual teacher. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I hear you. Yeah, I hear you. Like, but like I said, your voice sounds good. The pace at which you're talking, how you're talking about it, you're processing it. You're working through it. So just keep
Yeah.
doing.
Thank you. Yeah.
You're right
That's
on the right path.
that's good to know. And I did have a quick question